There is a 2,000 monthly payment petition signed by about 1 in 70 voters. Stephanie Bonin created the petition last year to call on Congress to support adults with $2,000 monthly payments until the end of the virus pandemic. It also asked Congress to send out $1,000 payments for children. Bonin's petition is nearing its goal of 3 million signatures, which would make it one of the most signed petitions on change.org. So automatic stimulus checks, that's what more than 80 lawmakers have been asking President Biden to include as an American Families Plan, also known as the $3.5 trillion stimulus package that are currently working on through budget reconciliation. A contrary proposal would be to instead tie automatic stimulus to economic indicators like unemployment. That would mean if unemployment or any other economic indicator reached a certain number, it would automatically trigger more stimulus for those in need. Doesn't sound pretty good if you ask me. We may even get to see not just a fourth stimulus check, but even a fifth, sixth, and so on. So recurring stimulus checks are what is in some proposals in Congress right now. One is the House resolution to end poverty from Representative Pramila Jayapal and Barbara Lee that covers cash assistance programs, also known as stimulus check, and minimum wage increase, expanded unemployment insurance, canceling of all unpayable debt, affordable and public housing, and free education. By the way, if we haven't met already, I'm Joe, and I love to make videos regarding personal finance, investing, real estate, and life topics. If you find any value in this video, do me a favor and smash the like button. It really helps me out. Alright guys, so there's also a standalone bill specifically for recurring stimulus checks. That's the Automatic Boosted Communities Act, or the ABC Act, from Representative Rashida Tlaib and Representative Jayapal. This is for a $2,000 fourth stimulus check plus a $1,000 monthly check to every American during the pandemic for a whole year after that. Representative Ilhan Omar, in a recent announcement of UBI, or the Universal Basic Income, tweeted, "This is long overdue. Next step, implementing UBI nationwide. Into this Congress. I'll be introducing pilot programs to get money in people's pockets." Now, UBI basically means everyone, as in every person in the United States, gets a standard amount of money, so you wouldn't have to worry about basic needs anymore. Matter of fact, smaller pilot programs around this idea are springing up in cities everywhere. Over the past months or so, they've been launched in Newark, New Jersey, Tacoma, Washington, Denver, Colorado, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Los Angeles County, and California. They even have a Mayors for Guaranteed Income organization working on this. They did a study on the first ever guaranteed income program that happened in Stockton, California. The results of this program show that the $500 per month for 2 years with no strings attached measurably improved participants' job prospects, financial stability, as well as overall well-being. Comment below, Joe Dolls, what do you guys think about the idea of a universal basic income? Do you think it's a good idea or bad? Now, according to the newly released study of that particular program's first year, and this one finding really takes the cake here, people were actually more motivated to find work when they didn't have to worry about their basic needs. Would you look at that? And this is why Representative Ilhan Omar is looking to do this on a countrywide basis. Very interesting if you ask me. Productivity actually went up. It did not make people more lazy, but actually increased effort in finding work. Now, it's also worth noting that similar results were found in a new analysis of Census Bureau surveys that shows Americans experience dramatic declines in food shortages, financial instability, and anxiety after receiving their stimulus checks. If we really think about it, guys, they're already doing it with the $3,000 to $3,600 child tax credit payments. The first $250 to $300 monthly payments are starting this month and will continue until the end of the year. The guaranteed income pioneer and former Stockton mayor Michael Tubbs himself said, "Absolutely, this is a very big deal. It's a guaranteed income for families with children. It's amazing and it needs to be permanent. That's the first fight that we should all be focused on it." So again, it's really not that hard to believe that we can actually use the same system on an even wider scale for recurring stimulus checks, and we're seeing some good signs for some big stimulus coming our way, as the House of Representatives just approved a $715 billion highway bill for highways, wastewater treatment, and drinking water plants. Chairman of the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee, Representative Pete DeFazio, said the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer could make this part of the $1.2 trillion bipartisan deal that senators and President Biden are working on. So there is a $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill that's being worked on, and a separate, much smaller $1.2 trillion bipartisan deal. Now, Democrats are pushing for the $3.5 trillion deal, but do not have the support of Republicans, so the only way they could pass that large of a bill is through a budget known as budget reconciliation. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced the Democrats on the Senate Budget Committee and White House had clinched a deal on a roughly $3.5 trillion investment in healthcare and other anti-poverty measures. Their proposal includes a significant expansion of the Medicare healthcare program to cover dental, hearing, and vision care, as well as expanding on education, childcare, and tax incentives for investments to fight climate change. President Joe Biden had also sought to expand the child tax credit through 2025 and provide 2 years of universal free pre-kindergarten as part of his $4 trillion economic agenda. So the Democrats' deal would come on top of a separate roughly $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill being discussed and would add $600 billion of new spending to invest in roads, bridges, railways, water systems, and broadband connections. Now, according to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, the House of Representatives' particular version, the larger infrastructure bill as it is something that would be taken up once we see the budget parameters or the budget bill that the Senate will pass. So that means we would have to wait until September for both bills to pass both chambers of Congress. Nancy Pelosi and her supporters have said the timelines of the two stimulus packages are more in line than it seems, especially since both the bipartisan deal and the reconciliation proposal will take some months to sort out and likely wouldn't see final package until later September. Now, looking at the congressional calendar, the earliest that both the House and the Senate will be back in session after the August recess will be the week of September 20th. We're still waiting on President Biden, though, and I'm expecting some choice words from him, as he said that he wants to have this done by summer. A recent poll showed that over half of the electorate supports each of the 6 healthcare proposals that Democrats are floating. Put that together with a 2.5 million signatures that the Change.org petition has gathered for the $2,000 monthly stimulus checks. Bottom line, guys, the American people want more stimulus checks, and the 2022 midterm elections are just around the corner. Your move, Congress. Now, Senator Bernie Sanders seems to be aiming big with the larger reconciliation package. A lot of stimulus is revealed so far: climate change, infrastructure, permanent $300 monthly child tax credit payment, expanded Medicare, dental hearing aids, eyeglasses, universal pre-K, affordable housing, affordable higher education, paid family and medical leave, child care tax hikes for the wealthiest people and largest corporations. Alright guys, I'm going to have more updates on this topic in future videos. Please leave your feedback below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you found value in the video, do me a favor and tap that like button and share it. It really helps us support and grow the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bells. I'm posting valuable new content multiple times a week. Thanks again for watching, and until next time.